Hey everybody, I'm Joey Workachuk and we're here for another episode of the Krystal Healer Summit. I'm with Rev Sheila Scott. Thank you so much for being with us today, Sheila. How are you?
Thank you, Joey. Thank you for having me.
So it's really exciting, everyone, today that Sheila is been a certified certified angel expert and medium for over 40 years and has been working with crystals for quite a while. She is a wonderful friend, a happy soul, and she is one of my favorite people. Sheila, can you share with everybody what it is you do, like in your practice right now? Like, what are the services that you offer?
Well, thank you, Joey. I do readings, and that includes like intuitive psychic readings. I use angel tarot cards, and I often recommend certain crystals for people who may be struggling in their life. And I see myself more as like a psychic counselor in many respects. I just find that the crystals really do help people. Like making I'll say a prescription for crystals really do help people when they're going through difficult times.
I've scrolled through your website numerous times, even before I even met you, I heard of you. And one of my really things that I think is really amazing is that you're a really strong advocate on your website about protecting individuals from people doing scams, such as like looking for money to relieve curses and stuff like that. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Certainly. I'm really concerned about psychics who scam. Well, they're not really psychics; they're just con artists, and they really are, and they're really good at it. And this is an age-old problem. This has been going on for thousands of years. The so-called psychic will tell their client that they see dark energy or bad energy around them, and that they're cursed or they have this negative energy, and that it has to be removed. And of course, the poor person has come because their life is maybe really not in a good space, and they're worried. And of course, this just pushes them over the edge, and so they're willing to pay for whatever it is. And it usually starts out, the cleansing usually starts out as a few $100s, maybe $100, and then the fake psychic will tell them, "Oh, it's a really bad curse. You and your family are really badly cursed. I need more money for magical supplies." And so the person goes, "Oh my God, I can't let this go now." So there's more money forked over. And of course,
it turns into a giant pyramid scheme, and all of a sudden, thousands and tens of thousands. And I've heard some of these scams going on for years, and and it's always little. Sometimes it's little amounts, sometimes it's big amounts, and a lot of the times it doesn't go reported because they're so embarrassed.
That is correct. Most people, when they realize they've been scammed, don't go to the police because they think, "Oh, I should have known better," and there's a lot of self-blame. But the only way that these charlatans will be shut down is if people report it.
Right.
And
and you talk a lot about how to do that on your website, and I think that's really awesome. You've been doing this for a very long time, and it always is such a pleasure to have conversations with you about your vast amounts of experiences and stuff. So today, because the Krystal Healer Summit is about people interested in becoming crystal healers and working with crystals and adding it to their modalities, can you tell us what your 3 favorite crystals are?
Well, funny you should ask. I have selenite here. It's a selenite heart, but the selenite in any shape is a fabulous crystal because it works on all the chakras and it clears other crystals. And it doesn't really need much cleansing itself. It's sort of a self-cleanser. And I just love the energy. It's very soft. It's got a very feminine energy. It's associated with the moon often, a lot of times. And I love it because it is gentle, but it's strong at the same time. So it will clear out a lot of crap. And that's why I like it. Again, I have aventurine, which is for the heart chakra. Okay. And it's shaped like a heart because I was having this obsession with heart shapes for a while there, so I was buying a lot of crystals over heart shapes.
You have a lot of heart shapes. I've seen your collection.
It's true. And so because it works on the heart, and I have this it's a very rich green one. I love the darker green ones. Comes in different shades. It works on the heart. It works on the heart physically, mentally, and emotionally. And it's really good for people who are sort of struggling to stay sort of balanced, or they're worried. So I really love this stone, and I will often hold it when I'm doing a reading, sort of help me tune into my physical heart, but also my spiritual heart as well. I love that stone. And now this stone is on a chain, but it's moldavite. So moldavite is for people who want to connect with their. It's a green stone again. It actually came from as a meteorite that hit the planet back in, which is
14
now,
million years ago.
oh, 14 million years ago is right. And it's glassed, like it's sort of mossy green.
It's one of my favorite stones. I'm wearing moldavite too. I have a big piece right here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can only wear this for so long because it sometimes gives me a headache because it's working so hard to sort of lift up my energies. So it's for people who want to increase their spiritual abilities or connect with the higher planes, and also people who have connection with extraterrestrials. It's
Other
a great.
dimensional beings and all kinds of stuff like that. It's not just about ETs and aliens. It's about
That's right. Yeah.
alternate versions of yourself and stuff like that.
Yes.
I did not know, Sheila, that you liked moldavite. So that I learned something new about you today. It's always kind of very interesting because it takes a very grounded spiritual person to be able to be comfortable with moldavite, because if a lot of times people who are empathic or energetically sensitive, or they're still unsure of where they stand in their self, they find it very overwhelming. So that kind of leads me into my next question about, as a person who works with angels, you do angel readings and you do a lot of angel healings as well. Could you talk to me about why crystals are so useful for connecting to angel energies and angel realms and connecting to the angels?
Well, thank you. Yes. So the angels have domain over the planet, and they have domain over crystals, certain crystals, and animals, plants, humans. They're working on all those levels. And each archangel has sort of again a domain over the angels, and which have domain over plants and animals and us. The So each angel has sort of the crystals that they're associated with. For instance, oh my goodness, I'll lose my, just 1 second here.
Oh, I like your red comment.
Thank you. And for energy. For instance, my goodness, it's all right.
It's okay. Take a moment.
I apologize. I don't know. It's my allergies are killing me.
It's
Archangel
here.
Archangel Michael, he, for instance, is concerned about our safety. And so he works on the root chakra, because if we don't feel safe, then we can't sort of progress. It's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You have to take care of the basic stuff first. So safety and security are primary for Archangel Michael. So the dark stones like black obsidian, and I like shungite myself for when I'm working with Archangel Michael, and rose quartz for the heart. So because we're also protecting our heart, and then clear quartz because it works on all the chakras.
Okay.
So, and Uriel, which is Michael is who is like God. That's his name, and then Uriel is light of God or fire of God. It's the sacral chakra, and he actually works with green aventurine right here.
Again.
Celestite and clear quartz, because clear quartz works with all of it. So the angels want to help us, like they're ready, willing to help us. What people don't realize is that we have to ask. So sometimes carrying a crystal that represents the angel or archangel is sort of like a constant prayer to them.
So what if I wanted to connect to my guardian angels and I wanted to bring more angel energy into my home? What crystal would be the go-to for that?
Well, I really like celestite for that, or celestite.
Oh, I love that crystal. It's so beautiful, and it's celestial. So that's angelic, right?
Yes, and also there is a stone called angelite.
Yes, I love angelite. So those are two very beautiful blue stones that bring in
Yes,
blue energy into a space. Um, would you say that they're also very like protecting for children?
angels.
And angelic, those two blue crystals.
Yes, I would say though, I'd say that for sure because they, well, they also work on the throat chakra for communication, but because they are connected with the angelic realm specifically, they do call them in, and so um, you can use the energy to call in angels. And again, like having them in your home, it's like a constant prayer going out to the angels for assistance, and they recognize that energy. So even if we forget to ask, we can have the crystals there, and they will act as sort of like a beacon for the angels.
So, those are like individual crystals. You said combos. Is there any other crystal combos that you would recommend to connecting to a specific kind of archangel or
Well, one of my favorite archangels is Chamuel, and he is
tell me a
the
little bit about him or them?
okay. Well, Chamuel is the archangel of love and finding your soulmate or twin flame, and he also protects us in times of war. Interestingly enough, so crystal pairings for uh, Chamuel would be apophyllite, which is another one I love. I was only given 3, but I'd have them all laid out here. But apophyllite I really love, and blue calcite and fluorite. So just having those crystals in your environment will act as a beacon for Archangel Chamuel, and will help call him in. Um, you can use 1 or 2 or 3, but as long as they're in your environment or even wearing them, um, will act as sort of like sets up an energy field around you that
So
will be
someone
very
who
helpful.
you're an angel healer and do angel healings with people. What is the one angelic crystal that you always see yourself recommending for people?
Well, I didn't bring it up. I wasn't part of the 3, but I have to say, uh, I love. It's an unusual crystal. It's phenocite or phenakite, and yeah, and it is quite powerful. In fact, the first time I held it, I felt like the top of my head was going to come off. Um, and I have to, that's one of my favorites. And I feel it works on all the chakras, and it works on the higher chakras, the transpersonal chakras. Um, and so having phenocite or phenakite in wearing it is really powerful. Um, and then lapis lazuli is another favorite of mine for working with the throat and the third eye. Um, and and amethyst, absolutely. So lapis lazuli, amethyst, phenocite or phenakite are sort of like the top 3 for
For
the
connection,
angelic.
spiritual healing, and clearing.
Yeah, for healing.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people like um ask me like when they want to see more angels in their life and stuff and angel numbers, what crystal works for them. I always recommend amethyst. What would you recommend for people trying to visually like see more angels in their lives?
I have to agree that amethyst is an excellent stone for that. It is it'll open up the crown chakra and actually helps with all the chakras. Uh, and the violet energy is just, it's beautiful, and amethyst has a very high frequency, very high energy. So I have to agree with you with the amethyst, and and clear quartz. So a pairing of amethyst and clear quartz is a powerful combination for opening up to these spiritual realms.
Well, thank you so much, Sheila, for taking the time to share your information about crystals and angels. It's always a pleasure speaking with you. And for those of you who are interested in learning more about Sheila Scott, in the email that you got, please follow the link to her website and check out her website. Thank you so much, Sheila. It was wonderful getting a chance to communicate with you, and looking forward to seeing you very soon. Bye.
Thank you so much, Joey. Thank you for having